Hello, and welcome back to the Taylor Seminars, where we talk about how Taylor Swift turns life into poetry. My name is Hannah, and I'm here with my beautiful co host, Exquisite. Hello.
Hi, Hannah.
I just want everyone to know that Exquisite is now trending on TikTok. Um, as of this moment, she now has 10K followers on her TikTok, Exquisite Armante. So if you want
Yeah,
to give her a follow, you totally should.
yeah. I think it's either Exquisite Armante is the name on there, but I think it may be Exquisite Williams. That's
Oh,
the
like the
at.
at? Okay.
Yeah.
But basically, she is starting to promote her writing, and she just defended her thesis, her MFA, and we're so proud of her.
Thank you. Applauso. Thank you, Hannah.
If any of
That's
you
so.
are agents, please reach out. Her writing is, as you might have guessed, quite phenomenal. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you do next. Well, the first thing you'll do next is record a podcast episode on track 10 on Midnight's Labyrinth.
I know.
What a song.
Ah, what a song. What a song. What a song.
I mean, when
Um,
the first track list dropped, I mean, immediately when you think Labyrinth, so Labyrinth is a fancy word for maze, immediately think of the Minotaur labyrinth in ancient Greek mythology, where he's like the man with the bull head who like eats young youths
you
inside a maze, and every year they sacrifice like 7 young men and 7 young women. So I was like, oh, this
Yeah,
girl.
I, I have thoughts about the Minotaur.
Oh no,
I have, I have thoughts.
we
I
will
have
get into
thoughts.
it.
I have thoughts. I have so many thoughts.
I
But
mean,
yeah, the labyrinth was his maze. It was built by Daedalus or Daedalus,
yeah.
or someone tell me I'm pronouncing that wrong. It doesn't matter. I make the reality in which I pronounce that name.
Yeah, he's like the
Um,
master art
yeah,
craftsman,
architect.
architect. That's
Mhm.
right. Hmm.
Master architect and craftsman, son of Athena. Um,
He's
the whole
also
thing.
the
So
one with the son who he made the wings for, and then the Icarus. Right, Icarus is his son, right? Icarus flies too close to the
Icarus
sun,
is his son. Yep.
which flies too close to the sun. We'll talk about that too.
We'll get there too.
Yeah, if you know your Greek mythology, you will know where a lot of this is going. If you don't, this is a great place to start. Oh,
It is.
and we know our girl Taylor loves some good Greek imagery. You're my Achilles heel from State of Grace.
Literally Cassandra.
Literally Cassandra. Same song, State of Grace. Right. These are the hands of fate. The Fates were
Mhm.
three sisters who would measure out the length of a lifetime. And granted, all the great poets and writers have been influenced by the ancient Greeks and Roman mythology. So she is in a long
Absolutely.
line. Long line.
He's a part of the lineage, if you will.
Yes.
Even the prophecy plays with some Greek mythos. Because prophecies were all the rage
Yeah.
in Greek mythology. They were all the rage. They were all the rage. I have thoughts. I have thoughts.
I know. I mean, do you have any other? Well, what were some of your initial reactions when you first heard like the title and things like
When
that?
when I first heard the title, of course, my immediate thought again was to go into Greek mythology, which makes sense when we get into the song. But labyrinths are. When I was thinking of this, I was thinking of the Minotaur, right? Because that's who was stored in there. And the Minotaur is a monster. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in the fact that the Minotaur is a monster, right? But the thing about the Minotaur is people forget he's also a prince. He is Pasiphae's son, who is married to Minos. And so he is Ariadne, who is the woman of the labyrinth. She's the one who creates the string. Um, that is her brother, and Theseus kills him. And Theseus. Yeah, I'm right. Theseus.
Hmm.
Theseus is the one that is supposed to like have the white flag, so his dad knows that he is
It's coming
alive,
home.
and
Yeah,
then he doesn't.
he forgets or something.
Theseus kind of sucks. When I
Yeah.
There's a lot about him that sucks. But he's also the son of Poseidon too, so he's got two fathers, and it's a whole thing. It's neither here nor there. All you know is Theseus went into the labyrinth with Ariadne's help and killed her brother. And there's like a whole lot of writing things that you could do with that, but that's neither here nor there. All you need to know is that they were sacrificing because he was bloodthirsty, but also he was put in there as a child because he looked so monstrous.
Yeah.
They could have trained him out of it. They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah. He
They
could.
were scared of him
They
because he
were
looked
scared.
bad, looked
Yeah.
different.
Mm-hmm.
They made him be small and
Yeah.
hide.
That actually reminds me, the Ariadne thing, that when I first heard or first saw the title, that I thought it would have something to do with the invisible string or the golden string in the invisible string, a single thread of gold tied me to you. Because Ariadne, she gives Theseus a ball of golden thread so that he can
Hmm.
find his way through the labyrinth and know which way he's gone and which way to come back. And so for me, I was like, oh, is this going to be some kind of like I made it through the labyrinth because of you, or something like that, where it would connect to
Yeah.
invisible string.
You know what's crazy now that you've connected, and I had that thought, but the thing, and I'm laughing because this is so ridiculous. The thing about that, Ariadne gave him the like golden string, and if we want to do the single strand of gold with invisible string, Ariadne Theseus promised Ariadne he would love her, slayed the monster that was like part of keeping her trapped or whatever, and then left her. That's also why he sucks. He left her there.
Yeah.
Ariadne eventually becomes the wife to Dionysus, um, which there's a whole other thing. Taylor may have a whole thing. She should go to the Dionysus story next. But yeah, she
That's
eventually
right. She
becomes the wife of
does
Dionysus,
marry Dionysus. You're right.
but Theseus lied to her, used her and her golden string, and then left her there. He
Yeah.
sucks.
Theseus sucks. I mean, wow. There's a lot. So with
Much
that,
to unpack.
with all of that background, dear listener, we give you a lot. You can Google the mythology of Theseus and Ariadne if you want to take a little pause. But we're gonna dive in. We're gonna dive in. Let me start with verse 1. It only hurts this much right now, was what I was thinking the whole time. Breathe in, breathe through, breathe deep, breathe out. I'll be getting over you my whole life. You know how scared I am of elevators. Never trust it if it rises too fast. It can't last.
Oh.
Oh, baby Taylor.
Oh, Taylor. I will say this song, like it clicked, but I used to struggle with the production of it because it is kind of airy, and that works in its favor. But for me, when she performed this live, that's when it like fully like sunk in that this song is like, I always knew it was really good, but that's when I was like, oh my God, it's really good. But yeah, I love the way she opens up with it only hurts this much right now was what I was thinking this whole time because I like the way she phrases that sentence because it's kind of like inverted. So what you would like if you were typically gonna write it out is I thought the whole time it's only hurting this much right now, as in it'll get better if I get through it.
Hmm. But yeah, she
If I get
puts
through it, it'll get better.
yeah, but she starts with it only hurts this much right now, was what I was thinking. So it's like there's a past and a
Yeah.
past. Um,
Hmm.
well,
So
yes.
in her past, in her deep pain, she was like, it's just right now. It's just right now. And how is she supposed to get through it? Well, she breathes in, breathe through, breathe deep, breathe out.
Yeah, it reminds me of like box breathing techniques that you're supposed to
Hmm.
use when you're trying to calm yourself when you're spiraling, or need some. Yeah, you just need to take some deep breaths where you breathe in, you
Hmm.
hold, and then you breathe out. Like you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, rest for 4, something like that. And yeah, it's and she was thinking this. Um, I'll be getting over you my whole
Yeah.
life, right? Like it's this painful moment, um, and I mean, it seems like she's seeing someone she wants to be with, seeing someone she loves or wants to love, and it hurts because you're like, oh man, it hurts right now because I love them, but I can't be with them. I can't. This won't last. This can't happen. And so she's trying to breathe through it,
Hmm.
and she's like,
Yeah.
I'll be getting over you my whole life.
when she was in this panic state of like, uh-oh, wait, that's
Yes.
literally the line. But she's like, oh no, I'm in so much pain because I'm falling in love and I'm scared. I'm
Yeah.
terrified.
Yeah. And if you don't know, this is the lyric breathe in, breathe through, breathe deep, breathe out. She actually used in her NYU commencement speech when she was the honorary doctorate winner, not winner, doctorate recipient.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'll read the whole, well, more of the context. She says, hard things will happen to us. We will recover. We will learn from it. We will grow more resilient because of it. And as long as we're fortunate enough to be breathing, we will breathe in, breathe through, breathe deep, and breathe out. And that was a little, that was so beautiful.
Do your box breathing, ladies.
And then, yeah, elevators can be scary, right? Because every kid has that fear. Like, what if the elevator cuts out, and it plummets to the ground floor, which it can't.
Mine was the escalator.
Oh, oh,
I was terrified of the escalator, specifically the down escalator. I don't know why I was scared, but
because it's
it
gonna
was
eat
irrational.
you, or
I don't know. I think that I was scared I was gonna get caught or my shoestrings would get caught and it would die. And
one.
that's not even how escalators work.
We
But same.
Jason, my husband, did get his shoe eaten at an escalator once. Like it caught a shoelace, and it just slipped off his foot, and it disappeared forever.
Why are you validating this
I will
fear?
say, in his defense,
Uh-oh.
in the defense, okay, it's not a defense. I mean, it was a very old escalator. It was like the one of the original Macy's in Chicago. And when he told somebody, they didn't look surprised. Like apparently, like it's like, like it. So they did give him a free pair of shoes.
A free pair of
Maybe
shoes.
it was two
I
pairs of
would have
shoes.
pretended my ankle broke when my shoe came off.
Uh, but
Anyway,
anyways, have you been on any of the super fast elevators before that take you to like
yes,
top
I
of
have,
skyscrapers? Yeah.
and I hate them.
Oh.
I've been on the elevator. If you go to New York and you go to the One World Trade Center, they have the elevator that goes all the way to the top and it's like full of screens and it like shows you the building or whatever. That elevator freaked me out because I was like, we're so high in the sky. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Yeah, you said, quote, never trust it if it rises fast, end quote.
Yeah. Like if it rises fast and it rises super high, I mean, the taller they are, the harder they fall. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the fear that she has, right? Like, and this is a fear that she's always kind of had. Like, easy they come, easy they go. That's the archer, right?
Hmm.
Like, um,
This is the like essence of the bolter of like,
yeah.
and also the you got to leave before you get left. You got to move fast. Get out of here.
Yeah.
So I feel like part of this anxiety is, and the fear she's having is she's like, it's her trying to suppress her bolteriness. She's like, and that is making her jittery and scared and terrified. She's like, what
Mm.
if, what if, what if? And like, unfortunately, we know in hindsight that her fears were realized.
Yes. But in this moment, Exquisite,
Yeah.
why don't you give us that chorus?
Um, uh-oh, I'm falling in love. Oh no, I'm falling in love again. Oh, I'm falling in love. I thought the plane was going down. How'd you turn it right around? Oh,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember the
oh.
TikToks that she liked that were trying like explaining like why it's like yes, it's repetition, but like purposefully, and they're not super
Hmm.
repetitive. Like the uh-oh is the fear of falling in love. The oh no is like it's like more of like the oh my gosh, I'm falling in love, and then the oh, I'm falling in love is like the realization like
It's
oh.
the italicized oh. She's like, that's what the fear is. That's why I'm so scared. I'm falling in love again.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is what's happening. She's like, the realization.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And
Happening
I
to
think
me.
it's the way she sings each of those uh-oh, oh no, oh is like so good. It's the control she has over the tone and timbre of her voice is phenomenal in these choruses.
It really is. Ugh, she's so good at her job. Taylor, I love you.
Yeah. And she
If you're
thought the
listening,
plane was
obviously.
going down, right? When you don't want a plane to go down unexpectedly, that's a crash. Um,
Hmm.
but somehow, like, what she thought, so she thought that this elevator rise was gonna come crashing down, and out of style. I was like, what am I thinking? When we go crashing down, we come back every time.
That that's
No,
style.
yes, yeah. But this idea that yeah, like we're gonna crash, but you turned it around, like you were Captain Sully, or like I guess even better because like he like landed in the Hudson, but you know he like got
Hmm.
them back like in the air to be aloft, and so we have this imagery of falling, falling, falling down, but then it turns around.
Hmm.
It's
Oh,
beautiful.
it's so good. You want to read that next part, and then
Yes,
everything else is after that is repetition. But
but
I
we have things
things,
to say.
I have things to say.
It only feels this raw right now, lost in the labyrinth of my mind. Break up, break free, break through, break down. You would break your back to make me break a smile. You know how much I hate that everybody just expects me to bounce back just like that.
You want to say something on that before I have
You have so many things to
thought. I have
say.
words. I have
Uh,
words. I have words.
yeah. I mean, there are so many things happen. Like when you are falling in love with somebody, the emotion and the vulnerability that you have to display and you have to feel, you have to allow yourself to feel is crazy. It's like being raw, like literally like someone's rubbed all the skin off and it's just the redness underneath. And it's not only physical, but it's literally mental. Like the labyrinth in her, like lost in like all these what ifs and twists and turns is crazy. Like the labyrinth, the reason why they built the labyrinth was they didn't want anyone to escape, especially the Minotaur. Like it's supposed to be impossible to escape, right? And if she's
The
lost,
Minotaur.
yeah,
He's the monster on the hill, if you will.
yeah, you're not supposed to like be able to free yourself, right? And she is so twist and turned that she feels like she can never escape that. But then she has this like so I think to me like these are like the intrusive thoughts or like the spiraling thoughts, like break up, break three, break through, break down, right? Like these are not like some of these are like break up, that's sad, but break free is like, you know, freeing herself, whether it's as the bolter or like from these mental traps she has to break through it. But then you could also have breakdowns. But then the twist is she uses that same break. You would break your back. Like you would do all these things to make me break a smile. Just one glimpse of her smile. Like the effort that this partner is putting in to make her smile, which she doesn't always get in the future. Anyway, um, yeah, it's just it's beautiful. It's beautiful. That little verse is so beautiful. And he's patient with her. Like people just expect me to bounce back, but you are gonna wait. You will sit next to me, right? Also doesn't always happen. Anyway, go for it, exquisite.
I okay, I need you guys to walk with me because I'm going to give you a grammar lesson. Kind of advanced grammar lesson. Okay.
I'm
So
ready.
specifically, I'm stuck on the second verse of the you would break your back to make me break a smile, right? Because I have thoughts on the use of the wood specifically, and how that word works in the lyrics, but also how it affects the overall song, especially when you think of what we know in hindsight, what she was going through during the Midnights era and when she was writing Midnights, but also what we just know if we were experiencing it when we were experiencing it, right? So would is a very fun verb because it's an auxiliary verb. So I'm going to explain that. So auxiliary verbs are like it's a conjugation of the word will. Okay, so will is to like to do something, right? Okay, so and auxiliary verbs are like minor verbs that support the sentence's main verb. So it's would break your back. So break your back is like that break is the verb, the main verb. But what is the supporting one? And what it does, it's communicating like complex concepts like time and modality. Okay. Um, so in this case, the would in the sentence as a conjugation of the verb will is representing both future, past. It can represent future, past, and present, but would here is only doing future and past, but notably not present. So would in this case is like this is things you do in the future, this is things you do in the past.
Right, because it's
She
not
does
saying
not
you
say
are. Yeah.
yeah, she's not saying you will break your back or you are breaking your back. She says you would. So this is important that it's past and future, but not present. Okay. So on the past, in the past, the you in question, right? They would go out of their way to make this persona or the monster in the labyrinth, which is how I like to think of the speaker because they are the monster in their own. They're the monster in that labyrinth because they are like stuck in their labyrinth of their head. So they are the Minotaur. They're the monster. Um, they would do anything to make this person smile and like get them out of their funks. They would do a lot of active work. So Wood here is also doing heavy lifting if you read the line that's like right before it of the break up, break free, break through, break out.
Mm-hmm.
Because this line contains like all the drama and discourse that surrounds the speaker, and that's forcing them into that labyrinth. That if they could just get out and get free from all of this, they could free themselves. Um, but hold on. Wait, the you would do this for them. So they're like, the you could do all this. Like they would get me out, right? So he does this, so let me calm down, let me like figure it out. He can turn planes around. He would turn those planes around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't know how he does it, but he does. So surely he can fix whatever breakdown I have going on if I am speaking from the mouth of the monster, right? I'm the speaker. But then like the whole song itself kind of ends on that question of how'd you turn it right around? So that question is like to me is the persona asking the you tell me like the secret, tell me of this, and since you do this you will do it again, right? Like it's the future and the past. It's like you know how to do it, so in the future or like when I'm currently freaking out about this relationship we're in, you're going to do it again, right? You're going to fix this. Like if the plane starts to go down, you you're going to fix this because it's something that you always do. You always take that time to fix this for me. So the song now for me becomes this like really heartbreaking but hopeful type of thing that
Yeah.
she is like, especially if you think about the mindset she was in when she wrote it of my relationship may be falling apart, but wait, when I break down, he always fixes it, or he would do these things. He would go to such lengths. He would do something and risk something. And the sad part of it is that we know later that that's the one thing she's like, risk something, baby, but he won't. Right? We know this from You're Losing Me, but for Labyrinth, it's almost like self-soothing of okay, it may just look like this. We may be at like a break. Our the plane of our relationship may be like crashing, but he turns it around and he always does it. He's
Yeah.
done it in the past. He should be doing this in the future. And what we know about the future is that he doesn't. But for that, for the speaker, in the moment in time, they are like, okay, it's fine. I just have to get through this pain right now because in the future, he's going to fix this for us. We're going to fix this together.
No, I
And
think
so it makes me like, ugh.
I love that because I think you helped actually clarify like the way I kind of look at the song, which is that verse 1 is kind of to me like the falling in love, like the snow on the beach of it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
This the elevator's rising fast, right? But then this verse 2 is later on in the relationship when things are tougher, right? When she's feeling wrong, when she feels lost in the labyrinth, when like, and I know in the past you turned this plane around, and I know that you would break your back. Like it's a potential in the future that you
Mm-hmm.
could to make me break a smile. Um,
So
and so
it's
I'm
okay if
wait,
we're
yeah,
falling
so
apart right
yeah,
now.
because you're gonna turn this plane around. Uh,
It's that I'm this is like one of those songs. It's like I'm laying in bed and I'm dying, but I'm sending you signals, and I just know you're gonna hear my signals again. I know you're gonna listen to me, and you're gonna tell that I'm dying. You're gonna
yeah,
turn this around.
yeah. So
And
in
yeah,
its published context, it was very hopeful. It was like
mm-hmm.
we're gonna make it. It was almost like it's almost like it's almost like a declaration, like
Mm-hmm.
a here's the line in the sand, we're not going to cross it, or here's we're planting the flag, like this is where we restart, this is where we reset, right? There's a new banner like that we're going to carry into war, right? For our future.
Exactly.
And I think yeah, when we all heard this song, that's how we were like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Like you thought the plane was like she thought the plane was going down, he turned it around. It's beautiful.
Exactly.
But then
We'll never go back to the Great War, right?
yes,
Like
exactly,
we will
exactly.
never go back
Yeah.
because he can fix this. Like even on our breaks, the hit's different of it all. Like that's you coming back in the door. Um,
Yeah. And that was, I think, her her mindset, which is good. Like this is the like every couple is going to go through ups and downs. It's going to go through
mhm.
challenges as people grow, as people change, as circumstances change. And you have to have that hope that the plane's going to turn right back around, that your partner's going to break their back so for you to break a smile. And
Yeah.
so in that way, yeah, I think this is such a hopeful song for so many
Yeah,
couples.
it's such a hopeful song. It's like again, when we've talked about this before, just because we have hindsight, that does not take away from when the song was written, especially because you do not have to focus on muses at all if you don't want to. Like
Yeah.
they can be entirely irrelevant if like to your enjoyment of a song. Like that like Peace, it's already complicated. Let's just say Lover. Lover is still a love song, even if Taylor put it on the Denial playlist, right? So this song is still so, like, it is that hopeful. It's the, oh, I'm falling in love. And because I'm falling in love, even though this plane is going down, they're going to turn around. So how did you turn it right around? Because you did it in the past. How'd you do it? Do it again.
Yeah.
I know you're going to do it again because I'm falling in love with you and you break your back to make me break a smile. So you would do this. You would
Yeah.
do this.
And then we hear that
And
in the production as the chorus, which kind of becomes an
hmm
outro where you feel her ascending again, right? Like you feel this like
exactly.
outer worldly like environment. It's beautiful, right? You see, I think it's like a slow float backing into like this plane's going back into space, right? Like to orbit the Earth or
hmm
whatever. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and then there's like the line of that everybody just expects me to bounce back just like that. It also is like it reminds me of the bridge of Sweet Nothing of it just reminds me of that bridge
Yeah,
of it going.
industry hucksters and all the like. I'm just too
Hmm
soft for all of it
hmm
vibes. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is such a simple song, but I think the metaphors in it are so powerful, right? With
Yeah.
the yeah, and again, I just want to emphasize the labyrinth was so scary. It's not a fun place. People died in the labyrinth, right? Like,
Yep.
and this poor monster who did eat people, but obviously he didn't get any
But
of the food.
was he given any other
I know,
food?
I
Like
know.
when you think about it, like Um, the Minotaur's name is Asterion. Asterion was not like from a baby, like he was born the son of a bull in Pasiphae, who's a queen, and his stepfather Minos is like, this thing is hideous. Kill it, get it out my sight, put it in the thing. He's never known like love. How else would you react but to become a monster if you've never been treated gently, and the only thing you know is eat flesh, which is crazy because if he's half bull, bulls don't eat flesh.
Yeah,
They're not omnivores. They're herbivores.
yeah,
Like he's a cow, and you if he had been raised with a gentle touch, if he had been raised again with his sister or raised knowing any kind of love, would he have turned out differently?
he
We
was
will never
tame. He was gentle till the labyrinth life made him
literally
mean.
exactly. They made him mean. Like, so you have to think. The only thing he knows is that they're sending me food down here when somebody comes down here.
Yeah,
That's it. Like, how else are they supposed to know better, right? Shot through the heart but never killed. That he's like the monster underneath the hill, even.
yeah,
Um, and then he gets killed with the help of his sister. It upsets me now that like I feel for Asterion, like he was just a little
I
calf,
know.
and then they hated him because he looked different, and they didn't know what to do with him. And so all he knows is violence. So that it's just interesting. It's
Yeah.
just interesting. But then you also have to when we think beyond that. So if Taylor or the speaker is the Minotaur because they're the person that's trapped in there, right? The labyrinth was created to hold a monster. Um, like you were saying with the golden string, her partner who can come in and like handle her at her most monstrous is the same person who would kill her. Like,
Well,
isn't that crazy?
in hindsight, yes. In hindsight.
Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
And to me, the hindsight also, I referenced this earlier, Daedalus, the man who made the labyrinth, had a son, Icarus, who flew too close to the sun. So Daedalus was trying to escape. Maybe it was Minos, the king he's trying to escape.
Yeah, he was trying to escape Minos.
Yeah,
He
so
was
then he made these wings made with feathers and wax, and his son flew. He told his son, "Don't go too close to the sun because then it'll melt." But the son didn't listen, and so his bird wings, his plane, it did crash.
Yeah,
It
he
did go down.
rejoiced in flight.
Yeah, the flight didn't. The flight doesn't always end well, especially if you're not careful and you're not, listening to people.
You have to ride a fine balance because he also couldn't go too low, or else the salt water would erode
That's
the rock.
right. That's right. Flying is a complicated thing, and
And yeah, also I will say, one of the things I like is the I'm falling, 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 and planes when they're going down are falling.
yeah,
She's so
yeah, and flying feels like falling till the bone.
till the
No, no,
bones crack.
wait. For falling feels like flying till the bone
Yeah,
crush, right? Like
which is a crazy line.
that's
Oh,
a
Taylor,
great.
he's so good.
Yeah. So yeah, this song is just so. It's so beautiful in its little capsule moment, and it's so tragic when you zoom out. But I still think like, yeah, that's still how it needs to be. Like you just need to make sure you find someone who will help you turn that plane around. And I hope this speaker, whether it's a version of Taylor, this Minotaur, I hope they find somebody.
I do too.
Beautiful. Do you have an emoji?
I want us to have. Is there a bull emoji?
I'm sure
Like a
there
little
is.
cow? We can do a cow. Oh, Taylor is a little cow. I just want to cuddle her.
Yeah, there's multiple cow emojis. Feel free to put a little cow emoji, everybody. Cow face or the whole cow. Um, but yeah, I mean, she. Oh, there's also a bull emoji too. Yeah, you got lots of options. You got lots
I'm
of.
about to cry thinking about a baby cow.
Yeah, and yeah, and you know, oh, I did forget to say this was a Jack and Taylor
Yeah.
co-writing, co-production, and so we are, yeah, and she did play this song, I think in
It was
Argentina the
in
first time.
Argentina because it was so funny because the plane
We're
started coming
landing
right
behind. Yeah, it was
saying that.
so
Yeah.
funny. I love
And
that.
also when she sang it, and this is why I say the song is so beautiful and hopeful, because when she sang it, you could just hear like new life and love in her voice, and that was really
Yes, and yeah, and
cool.
because the song is still a love song, it's still.
It's like it's still again, that would being the auxiliary verb, it's like it speaks to a future where that person's going to do this for them. So it makes me feel all kinds of complicated emotions, the same way peace does, right?
Yes.
And again, the answer to the emotion is just what does the other person say to this? Like
Yeah.
peace is a love song if that person's saying yes. It's fine.
Yes. Yes.
If they say no, then it's like distraught. Labyrinth is such a gorgeous, hopeful song when you know that the person that you're singing about is like, yeah, I'm gonna turn it back around. I'll tell you how I turned it back around because I tried for you. I risked something. I was willing to compromise.
Yeah.
We can go in the labyrinth and come out the labyrinth, and I won't be. I just had a thought. I won't be like horrified if I take you out the labyrinth with me, right? I'm not gonna leave you to
Oh,
like
by
squander
yourself. Yeah, as a
in this
monster.
maze.
Oh.
I'm gonna go in and pull you out into the sun. Like we're gonna step into the daylight.
Wow. Throw out our cloaks and our daggers because it's morning now. It's brighter now.
Exactly. And oh.
Out of the labyrinth into the daylight. Gotta step into the
Okay,
daylight.
okay.
That was a great way to end this podcast. That was
That was great.
perfect.
That was great. That was great.
Well, thank you guys for listening. We
Thanks.
appreciate all that you guys do, um, interacting with us and all that jazz. But yeah, we will be back next time with Karma.
Yep.
Bye.